birthday? Is it working? There he's going. Could go all the way. Touchdown! Hey, Sam, did you score? Yeah. Let's see your victory dance.
I've had a ball in my hands my whole life, and I think I've just always been in love with it. I would go to the practices, I'd shoot around, and when my dad was coaching, and I'd watch my brother, and I pretty much idolized my brother. I thought he was the greatest person ever, and him beating me up and me playing with older guys has really strengthened me to become a tougher person, and has made me love the game even more just because I've been around it my whole life. There's going to be a lot of eyes on me, but I got to carry myself in a way that's positive, and I'm going to have haters, but it makes the game that much more enjoyable because you can show them what you have, not through your words, but through how you play.
When we're young, we believe with all our heart. As children, we see the world as a place of fantastic possibilities, a wonderful land where heroes win, and even the biggest dreams always come true. Superman is real, and for those of us who love sports, every last-second shot goes in, just before the final horn.
Yeah, that's a shot that you always practice as a kid, and no matter what stage it is, whether it's just a regular game or it's a state tournament game, NCAA title, NBA finals or something, that's like you always practice that, counting down and hitting a fadeaway to win. And that actually happened on a real stage, and looking back on it, it's almost surreal. Like you're like, wow, all those driveway shots became a real shot that you actually hit, and something you can tell people down the line, and you can watch, and it'll be in your memory books forever.
How the Lutheran High Crusaders came back from an improbable 7-point deficit with less than a minute to go on that sunny Saturday afternoon will be spoken of in great detail, perhaps embellished upon in years to come as legendary stories do. But they will always be shared in reverence by the thousands who witnessed one of the greatest campaign comebacks in WIAA basketball history. For the Sheboygan Lutheran High Crusaders, it may be argued whether their success was the result of one unusually talented player or a team united by a common driving force, a force that would not only inspire them to greatness, but through the journey develop in them the vigilance to win against all odds.
We have 5 great seniors, and Sam and how driven he is and the things he brings to the table as far as a leader goes, his determination and how hard he works. You talk about Nick Dekker, quiet leader, great Christian young man. Matt Gum, Cody, there's a leader, pulling for your team. Josh Wheeler, last year basketball wasn't that interesting to him, and here's his starter on a team that's conference championship. So a leader can be in so many different ways, and the kids can see that.
Going into the 2012 season, Lutheran High's varsity basketball team was ranked 7th in the state. Of the 14 players on the Crusader roster, 9 were underclassmen, fertile ground for rivalries that could do more to push a team apart than pull it together. In their first Central Lakeshore Conference game at home, the Crusaders lost to arch-rival Oostburg in overtime, 89-94. And just a few weeks later, took another tough blow, dropping back-to-back games against Cuba City and Racine Lutheran at the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook Shootout.
At the beginning of the year, we knew we were talented, but I think we knew that too much, and we kind of got to us, and we thought we could just go out there and win. and we kind of got shot in the mouth a couple times in the beginning of the year. There's times after that for a couple weeks where we would bicker at each other and we wouldn't really get along all that well.
But just as great accomplishments are driven by great leaders, it's the blessing of adversity that challenges our faith, forces us to dig deeper, work harder, and draw from a strength much bigger than ourselves. It's the kind of adversity that believes on or off the bench that winners don't complain and compete, they complement and complete.
I brought the guys together before the game in the locker room and I said, you got to put all the other stuff aside and just worry about basketball and worry about being a team. And we don't need individual glory. We don't have to get ours. You got to go out there and want to win for the team. And I said, I know that's not going to happen overnight. It's not something that can happen in an instant. But I said we need to all work on that. And the guys didn't talk back when I was doing that, and I felt like it really hit home to them, and they said, okay. And after the game, we went out and we had a tremendous game. Everyone was doing stuff, everyone was playing well. And after the game, we were chuckling and we said, I guess it happened in one night. And after that, no one really stopped us. And we were all knit, and we all knew that this was our year now. We finally figured it out, and it went from becoming a face that you're putting on to being something that's actually real and that you actually love the person next to you instead of acting like you do.
While a trip to state was the #1 goal for Sam and his teammates, snapping Oostburg's 30-game winning streak was a pretty close second. On January 20th, 2012, Dekker, despite his injuries going into the game, rallied with sophomore teammate Tyler Zastro to put up 53 points in a decisive 67-61 Crusader victory over the Flying Dutchman. And so the Crusaders finished 15 straight wins in the CLC, clinching their first outright conference championship and winning 20 total games for the first time in Todd Dekker's 17-year tenure.
If you really dissect my game and watch it, you would know that I like getting guys involved, and I key on real basketball. Finding a guy for the right shot, not playing street, not playing look at me ball, and just being a basketball player. And that's just how I was raised. That's how my dad taught me, and that's how my brother taught me to don't be a selfish player and just play real basketball and do what you need for your team to win. And I know if I wanted to, I could put up 30, 35 shots a game and score 40 a night, but that's not the player I want to be. If I do that, our team's chances of winning goes down.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you asking your blessing on practice today. We thank you that we had the day off yesterday. We can maybe recuperate, just get our minds off of basketball. Have us get focused today as we have another opportunity, a great experience, but playing a great game that you've given us. Get the knee up, Sam. Get the knee up, Jeff. Sit, Ben. Good job, Cody. When you're done, get a basketball. Should be finishing up. Let's go. Come on. Finish strong. Go. All right, get it up. Let's go. Get after it. All one motion. Square up. Let's go. Ooh, I like that, Wheeler. Sweetness. Come on, Sam, you knock one down. Come on, Tyler. Ooh, sweet music. It's an entry pass. It's the little thing. What? You got
With such a solid record, it would come as no surprise that the Crusaders would have a smooth ride through regionals. With an 83-37 victory over Lena, a 66-36 victory over Oneida Nation, and a 79-42 victory over Goodman Pembine.
State championship would be, getting that gold ball would be great, you know, and I don't like talking about just going to state. I'm thinking getting that championship, but Hilbert's going to be a tough team for us.
In one of the Crusaders' most aggressive bouts of the season, Sam Dekker put up a whopping 41 points at the sectional semifinal against the Hilbert Wolves. But without the vigilance of his teammates, particularly Jacob Jers, who came off the bench in the second quarter to score a quick 7 points, infusing his teammates with the energy they needed to turn a 13-9 first quarter deficit into a 30-29 halftime lead and a 65-49 victory, and one more step to state.
Win or lose, we're lucky to be out here, and we're so blessed to be there, and we're taught that at school that, I mean, it's not about me, and that's hard for us to look past, no matter where you are. If you go to North, South, Christian, Lutheran, it's hard to just look past that stuff, and just because you go to a faith-based school doesn't mean you're a perfect person, but it's just helping us to become someone that we want to be.
We have this banner in there. You know, we're always talking about championship banners and things like that. And we have the best banner, and that says "In Christ is the victory." I can remember one game, big time, and I kind of blew up in the locker room, but then I got in that gym and I saw that banner, and it just, you know, and hey, it's okay. They tried, and that kind of grounds me. So,
on a game-to-game basis, yeah, I was consistent. I was our go-to guy, and they knew I would score. But there was always someone else too on that court, or another 3 or 4 guys that had the new night, and we never knew who it was going to be, but we always knew someone was going to step up, and it happened every game about. And whether it was Tyler, Phil, Josh, Nick, Jake, Jeff, all those guys would somehow get a steal or rebound, knock down a big shot or two, and carry us. And after the game, everyone's like, "Oh, did you see that shot?"
Let's just stick to playing hoops instead of singing, okay? I like our chances that way. So let's pray. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you asking your blessing on this basketball team, Lord. And we thank you for the opportunity. It's not easy. You know, these guys work very hard, and they should have confidence in themselves that they are good basketball players. And it's tough sometimes because Sam does get the limelight per se, but I think the experience that they have, and they see how hard Sam works, and they see that he's not pounding it on his chest, and you know he's doing it for the team, and I think that's helped a lot this year. He's been a coach on the court, and they see that every day, every practice, he comes to play, and that's brought their level and their game up to great levels. You know, I see what Jake Juris as a freshman is doing, and playing against 18-year-old kids, and he's 15, and he's just getting pounded, but he's doing the things, and he's working hard at it. And like you said, Tyler Zastro and Phil Lightpalm, there's a great example. A lot of expectations for Phil, and you know he's taking a role, maybe not so much offense, but boy, you take a look at the assist and turnover ratio, and now he's even being a defender that we're actually putting him on the better players. Jeff Hess is another player. So those guys are really growing into it, and I don't think people realize that wherever we go, the place is packed. And you got these guys who just got done playing 8th grade basketball the year before, or 9th grade or freshman basketball, and all of a sudden they're put in this situation or this element. I want them to embrace that, and I want them to, hey, this is cool. And I'm always talking about memories and how hard you work and how you can someday just say, this is what I did. You may not realize that now, but this is just a great opportunity. And our team has gelled, and our defense has really picked up. And that's what's really been the last 2 games. We get on these runs and we start clamping down, and we get out on the open court. And Sam loves that stuff because he's high octane, and they're just buying into it. And hopefully we can continue that string on. And you know the game of basketball, it just takes one bad night and your season's over, but I like our chances. Tyler, go right to that 3-point line, you stay in the corner, but Sam, when you catch the ball and you get it to Tyler, I want you to dive right down here. The middle right here is just wide open. And then you should be able to attack anyway. And if you don't have that, they're going to come and draw at Sam, kick Josh, they fly out, and kick right back up to you. Guys, you have to have that quick ball, a swing, a swing, a swing. And it can't be a dribble. And when you catch it, Sam, it's here and then turn, right? And then then you got the whole court. So let's just work on snapping that a little bit. No shot right now. No shot. All right. That's what we want. Right there. Right up there. That's what we want. There you go. No shot. Wide up. Wide up. There. Tyler, Phil, Dark, Nathan, you have a tendency, you just want to collapse this. I want it wider. Make them make a decision what they want to guard. We got to get it from the start. You know, what if they take the air out of the ball? How are you guys going to handle it? You know, what if they want to lessen our possessions? Are you going to all of a sudden start gambling and fouling? You just got to play our game and pressure the basketball. I'm not saying they're going to do it, but we have to be prepared for all those things. All right, we're going to get that jump ball. We're going to run Raider from the start. We're not going to the dunk. We're going to get it to the Wheeler side on Raider, and we're going to get the ball to Sam, and then we're going to get ourselves going from that, okay? That's the game plan right now. Let's get ourselves, and when you go, say just thanks to everybody, and then let's get ourselves ready to go.
Hey, family on three. 1, 2, 3.
Family!
Now, just one win from state. Sectional final opponent, the Marion Mustangs, 21-5, focused their defense on Sam, limiting him to just 4 points in the first quarter. But teammate Tyler Zastro put up 12, giving Lutheran a 26-17 margin by the end of the quarter. And when Marion backed off its game plan to contain other players, Dekker swiftly scored 19 points in the second quarter, securing a 57-33 lead into halftime, and eventually an 86-64 sectional victory.
Playing in the place where you're going to be playing next year. How special is this to share this with your team?
It's incredible. The whole team. We just can't wait to get down there. We've worked so hard all year for it. Finally get down there and get those end results.
But the respective 65-49 and 86-64 sectional victories over Hilbert and Marion were tougher than they looked on paper, and prepared them for two of the hardest state battles they would ever face as a team.
Being in the national spotlight, I've kind of had to grow up pretty quick. I've had to mature at a different rate than a lot of people, and there's times where it's tough for me to be a regular high schooler because everything I do is going to be monitored and looked at, and it's frustrating at times because sometimes you'll be like, I just want to be a kid tonight. I want to go have fun with my friends, but I can't because there's going to be someone watching me, what I'm saying or what I'm doing. So, I mean, you just got to realize that you got to stay humble, and this was my purpose. I mean, God's put me in this situation, and He's blessed me with these physical gifts, and I got to go out and do what He's called me to do, and that's be a good person, be a good son, friend, teammate, because at the end of the day, basketball is a hobby, it's a sport. This is only going to be there for so long.
The strategy was simple. The Mocs clearly wanted to run Dekker ragged, and it worked. He was exhausted before halftime. While Dekker took the brunt of heavy coverage up and down the court, Tyler Zastro, whose quick 15 points in the first quarter helped the Crusaders jump out to a 26-17 lead. Neither the margin nor the halftime break offered much of any reprieve in an all-night up and down that featured 25 lead changes. But early in the fourth quarter, freshman Jake Jers put up a whopping 14 points off the bench, jump-starting a momentous comeback with a big three-pointer and key free throws, inspiring Dekker, who in his final drive left nothing on the court. Dekker scored 10 consecutive points, and with only 1 minute 12 seconds remaining on the clock, included a big three-pointer to secure a nail-biting 63-62 victory over Chippewa Falls McDonald Central. Dekker's first ever triple-double trifecta of his career, pouring in 34 points, 10 rebounds, and dishing out 11 assists. The game's 34 points gave Dekker 2,519 points for his career, and he became just the fourth player in state history to surpass the 2,500 point mark. It was a confidence-building victory for one of the biggest matches yet.
O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now let's meet today's starting lineups, beginning with the Sheboygan Area Lutheran Crusaders. At guard, a 6'8" senior, number 1, Sam Dekker. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 32, Tyler Zastro. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 5, Josh Wheeler. At forward, a 6-foot sophomore, number 23, Phil Leibum. And at center, a 6'4" senior, number 35, Nick Dekker. The head coach of the Crusaders is Todd Dekker.
The title game was a rematch of the December 27th Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook Shootout at Concordia University in Mequon, a game Racine Lutheran won handily, 73-55. But Sheboygan Lutheran, now 24-4 overall, and with a conference record of 18-1, was playing the best ball of their season. Freshman Jake Jers was scoring regularly in double figures, and so was sophomore Tyler Zastro, who racked up a career high of 27 points in Sheboygan Lutheran's sectional final win. Racine Lutheran's strength continued to be in its defense, holding every team it played to more than 56 points. In their semifinal win over Drummond, Racine held the Lumberjacks scoreless in the second quarter. But that strength would be put to the test by Sam Dekker, recently knighted Mr. Basketball, with an average of 32.3 points per game, and a Sheboygan Lutheran squad that averaged 73.3 points per game.
Jeff, that's Jeff who said that. He's a great player, but he has a great mind. He sees things that some other guys don't. He knows how to get his hands in spots on defense. He knows how to move his feet around screens, and he knows to find me for a screen. And that showed there twice in that fourth quarter, that he has the whereabouts to find my guy, set a screen, and seal him so I can get an open shot. People don't see that because that's not in the box score, screen set, you know. And he's a guy that knows his role and he's going to do that. Another guy like that is Phil Leibum. I mean, there's been games where he'd have 0 points, but if you look at the box score, he'd be 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals.
Second chance points hard enough, and Dekker nails it, make it a 5. One timeout for the Crusaders in green.
The game finished as dramatically as it started. A quick tip and a slam dunk by Sam Dekker in the starting seconds of the match, and a 3-point shot with less than 4 seconds on a clock that started nearly 18 years ago. To win the rarest of gems, a state title, these young men learned about confidence, persistence, work ethic, humility, teamwork, camaraderie, and the vigilance to succeed against all odds. The Sheboygan Lutheran High Crusaders snapped up the WIAA Division V state title in a 67-66 victory over Racine Lutheran High.
Sheboygan area Lutheran Crusaders. Will each player come forward as your name is read? Number 1, Sam Dekker. Number 3, Jake Jers. Number 4, Matt Gum.
Well, Dekker not only led his team with 40 points to secure their first state championship, finishing his career with 2,629 points, surpassing Sam Oakey for fourth place in state history. It would again be hard to imagine such a victory without the unselfish Christian leadership and vigilance of his teammates. It may be years before we see the impact this dream season had on the 14 young Christian leaders who became champions that Saturday afternoon in Madison, Wisconsin. We may see it in how they father their children, how they coach or teach, or how they thrive in whatever path of life they choose. But surely, the life lessons these Crusaders learned on this once-in-a-lifetime journey will benefit those who pass through the doors of Sheboygan Lutheran High.
Jacob Ames. And number 35, Nick Redeker. And now will Coach Todd Dekker step forward to receive the team trophy.
Since that monumental victory, Coach Dekker was asked in the 17 years he's coached, what was the best moment for him? It was the sight of his team, 14 Christian leaders with their own gifts, in a common driving force standing together as one. Young men willing to sacrifice so much of themselves, all for an unknown. On that weekend, Coach Dekker witnessed with his family, friends, and fans a storybook ending to one of the most remarkable journeys in WIAA state history. On that weekend, this group of remarkable Christian leaders gave Wisconsin what they needed most, a chance for just one afternoon, the chance to not only dream, but to come together, to love and believe.
Is it working? There he's going. Could go all the way. Touchdown! Hey, Sam, did you score? Let's see your victory dance.
He's blessed me with these physical gifts, and I got to go out and do what he's called me to do, and that's be a good person, be a good son, friend, teammate, and